Hi Taurus, this is your July 2021 spiritual reading. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, we have number 49, achievement, effort plus intention. We have number 36, duality, many meanings, misunderstanding. We have number 17, sacred action, decisive focus. For Taurus. And we have number 20, innovation, new creations. And at the bottom of the deck, we have sacred breath and sound, life force, communication. Okay, so there's a significant achievement that's coming your way. I do feel like for you guys, your spiritual journey right now is very directly tied to your career and what you do as a living, or maybe a project that you're wanting to start. Yeah, this is all about you putting in that work. You're gonna have a new idea. There is some kind of message, some kind of creative idea that's coming to you, or you may have already had this and you could be very successful. You know it's a great idea, and I want to say put in the work. Plan it out, make a plan of how you're going to approach this, how you're going to bring this idea to life. And your first card here was achievement, effort plus intention. I do feel like you are going to be very successful with this. But I do feel like at first you do have to make some kind of a plan. You have to set the intention of where you want this idea to go, how you want it to come to life, and then follow. As long as you're continuously working towards it, you're going to be very, very successful with it. Sacred action, it's like what you're creating, this idea that you had, is very directly tied to your soul's purpose here, your destiny. And whenever we're doing things from our soul and that we're passionate about and that we're meant to be doing, the universe is always protecting us and guiding us and supporting us. And I do feel like you're going to be very, very supported here. With duality popping out, in a way, I feel like your mind, you think very differently than most people do. It's like you see the world through a lens that the majority of people don't see. And that's why this idea that you have, this creation, this project that you're going to be starting, is very rare and is very unique. And that's a significant reason of why it's going to be so successful. And there's something about this being tied to your throat chakra. So it might be that you end up traveling the world, you end up speaking. It's like this opens the door for you to really communicate your divine genius and your divine wisdom with the world. Again, you have a very unique perspective on life. You have this innate wisdom about you that you're meant to share with the world. And whether it's this project that is directly tied to your throat chakra, to you speaking and communicating, or it's this project, the success of it is going to open many, many doors for you, and they're going to revolve around you being some kind of a communicator, being a speaker. You could have your sun in your 10th house or in your 3rd house, where it's tied to you being seen and being in the public eye and speaking. It's directly, your life force is directly tied to communication. Or you could have Mercury conjunct your sun. There's something about your sun being connected to either Mercury or, again, the 3rd house, where it's which rules Mercury, and it's all about communication. All right, let's see. Well, the third house doesn't rule Mercury, it's Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so. All right, for Taurus, July 2021. Wow, we have the 6th chakra, Archangel Michael. We have the thinking man. It's like your third eye, you are so, your mind, the way you think, the way the ideas you have is directly connected to source, to the divine. So you literally get channeled messages nonstop. You guys could have a very significant connection to the Akashic records, but the thinking man, it's like you're so, it's like you're a book. You're a book that you contain so much spiritual wisdom. You contain so much of the universe's secrets. And you're meant to be heard. You're meant to be read in a way. And so there's definitely a strong tie to your soul's purpose and communicating this wisdom that you have and this unique perspective that you have. Patience. We have patience number 16. This really makes me feel like, you guys, so if this is your divine purpose and destiny, you may experience this later on in your life. Like this door didn't open for you when you were younger. And I feel like there's a reason for that. There's a divine purpose to that. But that's why, like, if you already have a life and if you feel settled and all of a sudden you have this new idea, you have this urge to start a new project, start a new business, and you're like, well, now, like, I already have this secure job, I'm comfortable here, should I really change my life now that everything is settled and grounded for me? And I do feel like that is part of your journey, is to having that trust and having that courage to follow your soul's purpose, even if it means taking you out of your comfort zone. You like to be grounded, you like having things, you like that security that you have, but I do feel like this new idea, this new path that you're taking is going to require you to kind of step out of your comfort zone. And I feel like that's why it took so long. It's like this was part of your journey. This is part of your destiny, to be able to make that sudden shift. And you're going to be so successful with it that it's going to inspire other people to follow their soul, to follow their fire, and that the ideas that you have that you feel passionate about, to go for it, even if you feel like, well, I'm comfortable though, I don't want to step into the unknown. That's, again, it's part of your journey here. We have financial constraints. And for a lot of you, I feel like your abundance, that success that has always been destined for you, does come later in your life. So like not in your 20s, not in your, not in the beginning of your 30s, but maybe like mid 30s is when you experience that shift, or later. It's just you experience sudden abundance later in your life. And it's because like in the beginning of your life, it's almost like your soul agreed to having, we had dualities here. It's like you wanted to experience both sides. It is part of your divine destiny to be very, very abundant and successful. And I do feel like it's this idea that you're going to bring to life that's going to lead you to that. But it's almost like your soul wanted to experience the opposite of that too. So in the beginning of your life, you may have had more difficulty when it came to, you know, your finances and your abundance. It's like you experienced the more difficult side, and now you're going to experience the polar opposite, which is having so much more than you could ever need, really having true abundance. You never have to worry about money anymore. And it's you creating that. It's like this idea that you have, this business that you start, is what leads to this abundance. So I do feel like it's going to feel very good to you because you created something. You brought your divinity, some divine idea to life, and that led to the abundance that you're going to experience. I feel like for you guys, that feels better than, you know, winning a lottery, for example, because it's never going to stop. You know, it's like continuous success and abundance. It's not just like a one-time thing, a one check that you get. You're beginning a legacy with this project that you're going to be starting. So, you know, if you have an idea that really resonates with you and that feels exciting to you, write it down. Really be open to bringing it to life and to doing something with it. Don't just write it down and put it to the side and forget about it. This is a very significant shift that's going to be happening in your life, especially in your financial career life. If you feel like, okay, I finally feel comfortable when it comes to my career, like I don't really worry about money as much as I used to, so it might be like a risk for you to invest in starting this new project. But again, if your soul feels like I feel it in my soul, I feel this is what I'm meant to do, then do it, because it is going to be very successful for you guys. All right, let's see. Oh wow, we have the sun and justice. Yeah, this is what you deserve. This is what is destined for you. And again, I do feel like, I mean, the sun popping out here, it's like you're making that shift in your life. You know, it's like so far, you may have experienced more like unknown, uncomfortable constraints, and now you're making that shift to overflowing abundance, success, joy. Never have to worry. You don't have to work a 9-to-5. You're your own boss. You're starting your own legacy. And I do feel like for you guys, it's the second half of your life that is, you're really going to be embodying the sun energy. And the sun is the most beautiful, healing, joyful, loving, successful, abundant card in the deck. So that's very, very beautiful. And with justice being here again, I do feel like you are going to do things the right way. And for some reason, I do feel like that's going to resonate very well with you. It's going to feel good to you. It's like you deserve this. You created this abundance. You worked for it. And we have the 10 of Wands. Again, it's you're making a huge shift. It's almost like this is your justice for all the hard work, all the difficulties that you experienced in your life so far, especially when it comes to your finances. If you had a lot of trouble up until, you know, the first half of your life, this is almost like, again, it's like your justice. You deserve this. This is what was meant for you. And I do feel like there is some kind of if you look at your birth chart, I do feel like you'll see this story where your abundance and success comes to you later on in your life. I don't know if it's like some kind of karmic clearing that you're going to experience, but it's like your soul agreed to this before reincarnating, and you wanted to experience, well, as we're talking about that, the 5 of Pentacles, it's like you wanted to, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Empress. It's like you wanted to experience that abundance, you wanted to experience that success, you wanted to experience that abundance, you wanted to experience that success, you wanted to experience that abundance, 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 you wanted to experi That Five of Pentacles energy where you didn't have the abundance that you know has always been meant for you. And then you're going to shift into Empress. She's abundant. She's fertile. There's life around her. Everything is alive. It's overflowing. Whereas the Five of Pentacles, it's colder. They don't have a place to go. Whereas this Empress energy, it's like the earth is her home. Everything around her is abundant. Everywhere she goes, life comes back into the world. And so you guys are making a significant shift, and there's going to be a significant transformation when it comes to your finances and your abundance. And it's all directly linked to this, you following your soul's purpose. Again, there's going to be this idea that you're going to have this creativity that's going to be awakened in you, and it's up to you to bring it to life, to be intentional about it, and to work towards it. And it's like every step you take, the universe is supporting you. You're going to have opportunities falling in front of you. People, you're not going to expect these doors that are going to be opening for you. You just have to make that decision, like, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring this to life. You have to take that first step. And then it's like, the universe brings in the people that you need, opens the doors that you need. You just have to decide that I'm going to do this. Even if it's going to take me out of my comfort zone, I feel this in my soul, and I know that this is what I came to do. All right, Taurus, we are going to end your reading with an advice oracle. All right, we have Pyramid of Light, Psychic Protection. As a being of light, darker energies may at times seek to interfere with your spiritual progress. There is nothing to fear and only more awareness of the power and protection of divine love to experience. The Pyramid of Light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path, and it is now time for the interference to cease completely through loving divine power. And for you guys, I don't feel this being as an external energy. I actually feel this as, once you decide that you want to follow this idea that you have, bring it to life, there might be fears and negative self-talk that comes up in your mind, and it's up to you to not listen to that and not give in to that, and to choose love over fear, and choose trust over fear. So it's going to be up to, and you might want to do some protection rituals of, ask the universe, ask your spirit guides to remove these negative beliefs, these fears that will pop up, and to replace them with supportive, abundant mindset. All right, Taurus, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.